Hello YouTube! Today I'm going to be showing you the fastest way to get your first point of insight in Bloodborne. I'm starting from the central Yharnam lamp, as you can see. I've also killed the first few Yharnamites in the area, but essentially what you're going to want to do is... and this method will make it so that you don't have to potentially die and lose any souls you may have. Enemy placements vary slightly, just because some of them will patrol, but overall you'll want to run past the mob to the best of your ability. There'll be a gunman on the stagecoach. You can avoid him fairly easily. You want to run past him. You'll be able to get a torch from the giant that's over there, which is quite helpful later on if need be. Blood vials, that's also helpful. But essentially, what you want to do, if I recall correctly, yeah, you come up here, and you want to break these boxes. That lets you drop down to here. If you want, you can take out the caged dogs for a little bit of extra souls. Some of them do jump out, which can be annoying. But eventually, you're going to want to make your way over to here. Ignore the lady for the time being if you haven't already. And you're going to start entering the sewers, where you'll find these big boys. If you're able to get parries off, that's good. If not, just play it safe. Do what you can to stay alive and take them out. There'll be another one over here. If you walk up and you hold R2, you can heavy attack and get a backstab on him. Very efficient, usually one-shots even with like a threaded cane. You want to take him out. I also neglected to pick this up. So you're going to want to drop down here. You'll take a little bit of damage. Nothing deadly, obviously, as you can see. But you're going to want to turn this way. And as you run... Okay, so once you get here, you'll see that I lost where I was going. That's quite easy to do in the sewers, especially early on. But you'll want to avoid the pile of corpses, although you can get some pretty decent loot down there. In order to gain your insight, what you want to do is climb up this ladder. It takes a little bit, because Miyazaki loves ladders. I think we're playing Snake Eater, but eventually you will reach the top. There will be a multitude of crows. Make sure you kill them. Watch out for their jumping attack that can multi-hit you. And on this corpse, you will find Madman's Knowledge. When you use this to gain insight, you crush the skull, and you'll notice that the eye counter, which is your insight, has gone up by 1. From here, you don't need to fight this guy if you don't want. You can just avoid him. I'm going to fight him here. Try to show off the parry timing. That's incorrect. Yeah, so that's one of his easiest attacks to parry when he starts to charge you. So you can kill him. They usually drop a decent amount of blood vials, so once you learn their parry timing, you can farm them. But from there, you climb up here, It's also worthwhile to talk to this little girl. Find girl's mother. You get the tiny music box, which comes into play later on. You'll want to pull this lever. I got the Spectre, that's my bad. You want to pull this lever. And you'll find yourself in a somewhat familiar area. This is where you just came after running by the mob. Now all you really need to do is run back through the mob. It's still a little more difficult to run through the mob going backwards, but it is definitely still possible. The way I personally do it, I just kill the gunman and then start to sprint up. You can juke them out quite easily without even needing the rolls, and then you go on your merry way. Now, once you get back to the lamp, if I could not get turned around, you are going to want to return to the hunter's dream, as you will see me do here. So, you'll teleport out. Madman's knowledge, that's surprisingly fitting. And you'll notice that the abandoned doll is now standing. You can talk to her, and you can channel blood echoes to level up, which will be quite helpful. You'll also notice that messengers are right next to her with a gift. This will get you the beckoning bell and the silencing blink. This is how you play with other players. The person who is requesting help in their world summons their beckoning bell, and players who have the small resonant bell will ring that. You can also go up here and get the old hunter bell, and this will allow you to summon NPCs for the use of insight. You'll also gain access to the workshop, where you'll find Gehrman here. I'll skip through his dialogue for now. But you'll be able to reinforce your weapons and make them deal more damage, as well as repair your weapons when they've taken any amount of damage. You can directly access your storage from here, which is quite nice. It'll default to your inventory, and then you hit R2 to show your storage. And later on, you will gain access to things like the memory altar. Also, halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts lets the night carry on forever. That's always fun. So, yeah, that is essentially all you need to do. Thanks for watching.